Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another edition of the random poll question of the week, and it is Wednesday afternoon. I'll make this very brief, so thanks for tuning in, thanks for checking in. We've got a class starting at 5:30, so you never know when those clients and members can start rolling in, so I will make it quick. We threw out the poll question on Monday about what's better, hot versus cold. Well, in both situations, we have optimal choices. And today we're gonna dive deep into the nutrition. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you are just tuning in, go ahead and swipe, invite your friends and followers, and we'll have more fun. Again, the more likes we get, the more fun we have. So we're gonna talk about hot and cold. And as it pertains to the deep theory of nutrition and vitamins and minerals. So in each and every single, let's stick to veggies and proteins today. So in veggies, we're looking for specific vitamins, right? Beyond the fiber, beyond the carbohydrates that we get from our veggies, vitamins and minerals are a key component of that particular food source. So let's talk about a few of the big ones. B1, let's start there. Found in Brussels sprouts. I love this fact. Thank you, Michael. You are always on point, and I appreciate you, sir. Brussels sprouts. Now, in order to get the most B1 out of your Brussels sprouts, you're going to have to eat them uncooked. Well, that seems ridiculous, right? Because who's going to eat Brussels sprouts uncooked? So that's just one quick example of how deep we're diving into one side versus the other. And since that's not a very good example, but it's the absolute truth, we're going to move on, and we're going to move forward to B5. So B5 is found in broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and avocado. All four of these things are really enjoyable when eaten fresh and uncooked. Well, Dave, how do you eat cauliflower uncooked? Well, let's dip it in some homemade hummus. There's a fantastic recipe on the FitLifeChampions.com blog that I love. It's roasted avocado hummus. So check that out if you get a chance. So we're dipping these fresh veggies in something that's doable as a snack, you know, like a healthy version of hummus. So get after it. Let's find some B5 in broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and avocado, which unfortunately eliminates deep fried avocado, if you've ever had it. Anyways, what we're looking for as well in veggies, vitamin C. Vitamin C is an essential vitamin. We need it every single day. So how are we going to get the optimal amount of vitamin C? Well, we're going to eat our veggies like, you know, your parents weren't wrong when they were saying eat your veggies at every meal. Well, here at FitLife, we find 3 different ratios are awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Matt. Appreciate you, brother. We find 3 different ratios of veggies to fruit that are optimal: 3-to-1, 4-to-1, and 5-to-1. If you want more information on what best fits you, head on over to FitLifeChampions.com, and there's a great article on how to begin a nutritional program on our blog. So go on, head on over, check it out. Matt asks, what if one day a month I drink 2 gallons of high pulp orange juice? That's a fantastic question, Matt, and we can figure that out by peaks and valleys, right? So if you're one day a month you drink 2 gallons of high pulp orange juice, then that's a peak, right? And then what happens when we come down into that valley? Well, then our body isn't getting enough micronutrients into its system, so we need consistent, appropriate, optimal health when it comes to our nutrition, or choices when it comes to our nutrition. So not recommended, Matt. As well, how much sugar is in your orange juice, how processed is it, etc. So I know you're not hand squeezing 2 gallons of orange juice to eat in one day. So that's hilarious. It was good to see you again, by the way, this morning. Hey, Travis.
How's it going, boss?
Everybody meet Travis. This is our new guy. He's teaching your 5:30 p.m. class tonight, and starting in July, he's gonna help us out a lot more, and it's gonna be phenomenal. I mean, the guy's got so much energy. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. And here's what comes down to vitamins. And this is getting really deep. Matt, that's right. Matt worked out with Travis last week, and he's thankful that he's not working out with him again tonight. He was sore for like 5 days. Props to Travis. Anyways, water-soluble. This is how deep we're getting right now. Water-soluble vitamins are best consumed or best absorbed when eaten from fresh fruit, fresh sources. So that's an insanely complicated way to think about getting our micronutrients and our vitamins into our system, but these are totally doable behaviors and practices and healthy habits that we can implement into our daily routine. So when we're pre-portioning out our snacks as far as meal prep goes, well, we're going to slice some fresh peppers, and we'll get some vitamin C that way. We're going to have a healthy hummus to dip our broccoli and cauliflower in. And then lastly, bang for your buck. Best bang for your buck. Avocados. We're going to have healthy fats in our diet. So we're getting healthy fat from the avocado, and we're getting B5. Let's rock. Let's go. Let's just keep going with avocados. Now let's move on to hot foods, because that's the debate that we were going to discuss from Monday's random poll question, hot versus cold. So let's actually adjust that a little bit. Let's go fresh versus cooked, because we've already talked about fresh foods today. So stay with me here. We're almost done. An American's diet is very much so full of holes. And one of those deficiencies that we're just going to briefly cover is lycopene. You might have heard of that or not. But when you cook tomatoes, your bioavailability of lycopene goes up by 25%. Fun fact of the day, right? Travis, he doesn't think that's a fun fact of the day. But he'll get there someday, I promise. Bioavailability of beta-carotene. Who's heard of beta-carotene? Hopefully some of you have heard of beta-carotene. Red, orange, and yellow-colored vegetables are nutrient-dense and rich in beta-carotene, but when we cook those items, we're releasing that beta-carotene into our optimal absorption. Really, really deep. I told you that at the beginning, that we were going to get really deep with this nutrition stuff. Meats and eggs. Yes, it's a no-brainer that we have to cook chicken to a certain temperature to prevent foodborne illness. However, when we cook our meats and eggs, we are making the proteins, making the nutrients in that meat more readily available. Thanks for tuning in, Dana. I appreciate all of your hard work in the last week. You have absolutely just killed it with moving our locations. You are awesome for doing that work. And then Monday morning and yesterday morning, I mean, you're just blowing it away right now. Really appreciate your help. Cooking meats and eggs makes the nutrients in there more readily available and easily digestible. And that's a key factor when it comes to optimal nutrition, is the most bang for your buck. How do we accomplish that? Well, we're going to make these healthy habits and changes in our nutritional plan each and every week, so that we get the best bang for our buck. You know, we're exercising regularly, we're burning all these calories. Now, how do we refuel our body for performance? And that's the number one thing that we talk about at Fit Life Champions. You're welcome, Dana. Appreciate you. That's the number one thing we talk about at Fit Life Champions, because we're sports specific. We talk about refueling for performance. How is our workout the next morning going to be impacted by our dinner the night before? And it's a conversation that comes up very, very often when we see our teammates performing very well, very, very well, and then some subpar performance as well. Common question: what did you have for dinner last night? And then finally, we've already talked about vitamins. Let's just touch a little bit on minerals. And when we cook our food versus eating them fresh, iron specifically becomes more readily available as an essential mineral that we need each and every day. So if you want more information about the meal prep workshop, head on over to learnmealprep.com. And I mentioned a couple of recipes that, hey, thanks for tuning in, Annie. Appreciate it. I mentioned a few recipes that are freaking bomb over at fitlifechampions.com on the blog. Head on over there. You'll grab your free 7-day challenge as well. Thanks for tuning in, and catch up to us again next Wednesday live at 5. Thanks, guys.